Good morning, Pastor. Can you hear us? Can you unmute yourself? We're gonna try it again today, see if we can get your volume straightened out.
I moved this paper and I looked down, I saw G.
Mm-hmm.
Screens here.
Are we ready to go?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
With that, this meeting of the Elkhart Police Merit Commission is called to order. Welcome those of you in the meeting room with us and those of you joining us online. We hope you find this day's actions informative and what you'd like to see from our community. We'll begin with a roll call.
Thank you. All 5 of our commissioners are with us this morning. Reverend Mays is joining us on WebEx. And with that, I will start the roll call. Clifton Hildreth,
Present.
Brad Billings,
Present.
Jim Rickoff,
Present.
Tom Barber,
Present.
Reverend Jean Mays.
President,
Thank you.
Thank you. The first item of business here is consideration of the proposed agenda, and a copy has been furnished to each commissioner. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as proposed?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Any additions or subtractions? On the motion then to approve the agenda as proposed, a roll call vote, please.
Jean Mays,
yes.
Cliff Hildreth,
Yes.
Brad Billings.
Yes.
Tom Barber,
Yes.
Jim Rickoff.
Yes.
Thank you.
Next is consideration of the minutes of the special meeting of September 8th. A copy of the minutes again has been furnished to each commissioner. Is there a motion to approve the minutes as submitted?
I so move.
Second.
Any discussion? Any objections or additions? On the motion then to approve the minutes of the special meeting of September 8th, a roll call vote.
Clifton Hildreth,
Yes.
Brad Billings,
Yes.
Jim Rickoff,
Yes.
Thomas Barber,
Yes.
Jean Mays.
Yes.
Thank you. I'd like to note for the record, I believe that was just a regular meeting. Is that right? On the 8th? Did the minutes say regular?
Special meeting.
It was special? Okay.
That's what it says.
Okay. I know the agenda says that, but do the minutes say that?
You're right.
No
Yeah.
adjustment.
I think it was our regular meeting.
Yeah, it's the regular
Yeah.
meeting of
Yes.
September
Okay.
8th.
Just wanted to
Great.
note that. Thank you.
With that, Police Department business. Chief, take it away.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Morning,
Chief.
Chief.
Good morning.
Dan Melanays, Chief Elkhart Police Department. Got 2 things for you. I'd like to actually request an amendment to the agenda for the first notification of charges. That document is not quite ready yet. So I was asked by legal if we could ask for an amendment to postpone that until that will be completely finalized and submitted to the commission.
And that's the Van Scoik matter?
That's correct.
Since it's not ready to go forward today, we will postpone it till later.
Thank you. The second thing on the agenda I have for you is a notification of discipline. It's going to be for Justin Miracle. Patrolman Miracle received a 3-day unpaid suspension. He was notified of my decision on September 3rd. And this would be for standard of conduct, violation of standard of conduct policy, performance and under conduct, as well as harassment under the city policy. I believe there was a notification sent to the commission that he was going to present some facts here today to dispute that. Is that correct?
He did request timely that the commission consider reviewing the action that you took.
Okay. I don't believe he's here. At least I don't see him here online to present a counter to that. Is there any questions that the commission would have for me on this? Again, this is within my discipline. It would be for notification. But want to see if there was any questions the commission had for me.
He is represented by a lawyer at the moment. Well, we have three.
Is there anybody online?
He indicated to the clerk that he was represented by Mason Riley of the FOP law firm, but Mason hasn't reached out to anybody or filed an appearance or anything like that. And this is Rose Rivera Legal.
And so we,
Rivera, I couldn't understand your words.
Sorry. So he,
Back off of the
can you hear me
microphone.
better now?
It's a lot more sensitive. There's the attorney.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Okay. So at the moment, the commission has three choices to make. One is to review the objection of Officer Miracle. Another is to grant a public hearing. We can review the discipline in an executive session at that hearing. And the third is to conduct the review with no hearing and without executive session in open forum today. Council, do you have a position?
Tell us we can't hear him. Tell him.
We can't hear you, Council.
Can't unmute himself. Just send him a request.
looked like he was indicating the problem is here. I'm not sure.
I apologize for that. I had to gain permission to unmute myself, and now it has done so. So here I am.
For the record, will you tell us your name and address?
Yes, I'm attorney Mason Riley, based out of Indianapolis, 135 North Pennsylvania Street.
And you're counsel to Officer Miracle.
That's correct.
Do you expect Officer Miracle to be here today?
I did expect that. I don't. If you could be so kind as to inform me, he's not there currently.
No.
He's not here.
Okay. I have two clients on the agenda today. This was news to me, which I'll take fault for because I missed the agenda coming through my email late last week. I also represent Michael Van Scoik. And I talked to him this morning. He said he did not receive notice of today's meeting. I told him to get there as quickly as possible. I did assume that Officer Miracle was going to be there.
The Van Scoik matter has been postponed.
Okay.
Officer Van Scoik is here. His matter was postponed. Officer Miracle is not present with us.
So
Okay.
the only thing we have to worry about today is the Miracle matter.
Well, I can tell you I have been in contact with him as recently as this morning. So I guess we were talking about the meeting, and so I assumed he would be there. If I could have 30 seconds, I'm sure I could get him on my phone and inform him that he needs to be there if he's not.
Any objection to that? Go ahead, take 30 and see if you can find him.
And can I ask if I reach him, which I'm sure I will, and let's say he's 15 minutes away, could we proceed without him if I waived his absence?
I think so.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your patience, and I will try to get a hold of him very quickly, and I can inform the commission.
We'll then come back to the chief and see anything more. Your side? Not on this particularly, but other general matters.
No, the only thing I'll notify the commission, you'll be receiving an invitation for, on October 9th, which is going to be approximately starting at 5:30 p.m. We're going to have a celebration, and we're going to be doing a ceremony for honoring those that have received awards. There should be 18 officers. We've gone back actually several years and found officers that should have received awards that didn't from years prior and other administrations. So we're trying to get caught up. So there'll be a number of them, but October 9th, starting at 5:30 at the FOP Lodge is when we'll be doing that. So you'll be getting a formal invitation for that.
And where did you say it's going to be?
It'll be at Nagy Hall, the FOP Lodge out on
FOP Lodge.
Industrial Drive. Yeah.
What time, Chief?
5:30 it'll start. Open, well, doors will open at 5:30. We'll have dinner, refreshments, and have I think an amazing evening honoring those that have had some extraordinary service to our community.
So we'll get that all in writing before.
Correct.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, Chief, how your crew, are they liking the new street arrangements?
Well, we haven't had much chance to use them. As soon as they're open, an intersection closes, kind of like the one here on Franklin Street, or High Street. So right now it's good. Unfortunately, the mobility, to go both ways is severely restricted, or getting. I say it's severely. It's getting much less severely restricted, but we haven't had a whole lot of activity from the time it's been open till now. So I think being able to go both ways, up First or Second and Third Street will be a great help. Biggest thing for us is going to be Benham Underpass. That's going to be huge. Anytime we can get under or over the tracks unrestricted is a big deal for us, just because of the nature of the calls we take and the responses of our officers. And so being able to have that is going to be pretty huge. And I think even just seeing the two-way streets now, even though they are somewhat restricted, just seeing the traffic flow to me looks a lot better, a lot safer. So I'm excited about it, and I think it'll definitely benefit the city. But there is a lot of construction, so that is beyond challenging for us.
There'll be a lot of confusion too.
Yeah. I think it'll help a lot of those that are from out of town navigate easier. I mean, for us that have grown up with the one-way streets, it may be a little more confusing, but I think to bring the traffic you want to bring downtown, as far as, the shopping and things like that, I think that's going to be crucial. And then when you add in, the increased events on the green space right there in downtown, I think Central Green, I think that's going to be a game changer for us to be able to have traffic move much easier. I know getting traffic in and out of those events, if I can have two ways or shut it down and have two-way one direction, two-way another, will make a big difference for us. Or even just kind of coming in and going, we can have traffic patterns change quite a bit, and that could be helpful.
Hey, Chief, how long does it take for the changes to go to Google, where people Google it and it would show that? Do you know? I mean, it's just kind of an odd question. I don't really know.
It's actually a great question. I do not know. I don't know how often, or if they work with, any kind of zoning, if Google's in contact, or if the city's in contact with the partnership somehow connected to Google. I don't know.
If you see that Google Earth, like at my house, they'll have a date down the corner, like October 2024 was the last time somebody went, took a picture of our area. I just didn't know how often they update those. They seem pretty accurate when you're on the road. So, well, especially with construction sites and things like that. So
I was just going to say, construction sites are backed up traffic, same thing.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I think that Google automatically with the GPS recognizes changes, I think, in traffic flow.
Oh, neat. That'd be great.
A little levity, Chief, the two-way street. My mom made Second Street a two-way street on its own when she moved from the south side of the city to the north side. She was trying to get back to our old neighborhood and she made the wrong turn. And so she was going the wrong way on Second Street. So she had already made the decision for the city years ago, bless her soul. She's in heaven now. But she had to make a U-turn in the middle of Second Street because she was going the wrong way.
Well, I can tell you that your mother was in good company because there's many a motorist that did not understand that and did that by accident as well. So I remember my parents growing up in Elkhart knowing Second and Third Street as two-way streets.
Mm-hmm.
So prior to them going one way, they remember coming uptown and having a two-way street. So it's kind of come full circle, and at least inside of one generation.
Yes, we're back to where we were years ago.
It's going to be challenging, I can tell you. I see a couple people out by the post office, I got that angle parking. I've seen them bagging out collisions and your officers there writing up accident reports. We're probably going to see that more frequently on that angle parking because, you can't, you backing out, you really can't see what's coming if they come around the corner real quick. And then
Let me note that Mr. Riley is back on camera. So let's return to natural order. Mr. Riley, what's the situation?
I can't get a hold of Mr. Miracle. I do apologize for the inconvenience. I'm not sure why now he's not answering. I was talking to him about an hour ago. So I would ask that we proceed with me waiving his absence, and I can inform him of what happens in today's meeting.
All right. So the first thing we must decide is how we are going to proceed in this matter. We can consider it in chambers now without executive session. We can grant a public hearing and then use executive session or not use executive session. Do the commissioners understand the three options? We must choose one of those today. Any questions about that? Is there a motion then regarding which of the three options to review the miracle matter the commission should adopt? That is to say, Ms. Rivera?
Yes, sorry, just okay, sorry. Just to mention, you could also choose to not review the discipline. So you have a choice to review the discipline or not review the discipline. And then once you've made the choice to review it, you have those three different options for how to review it. So
So the first decision is yes or no?
correct, yes.
Thank you. I stand corrected.
So just for clarification on prior to the considering whether to hear it or not, I just want to emphasize that the discipline I gave is under as far as statutory, is under my authority to be able to give a notification. Obviously, he has the 48 hours to request a hearing or to request that to be considered, and I understand that. This investigation was done in conjunction with our Human Resources Department, who actually received the complaint first. It was also investigated prior by Indiana State Police for a criminal matter, which was determined there was no criminal charges to be filed in that case. So it was vetted not only by Indiana State Police, our HR department, but then also in conjunction with our internal affairs or our professional standards. And there was quite a bit of information to pour over, quite a bit of interviews and evidence. So pouring all over that and looking at that, for me, my recommendation was the 3 days, and that is in line with what the Captain's Review Board recommended as well. So I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of some of those things prior to considering whether to whether to consider reviewing it or not.
So you're saying that you have already reviewed?
Correct. I have reviewed it. I've reviewed all the material, including the Captain Review Board's recommendation, which was a 3-day suspension, and that's what I went with.
Well, the decision before us at the moment is thanks to council, whether we wish to review it at all or wish not to review it. So now we're at two choices. If we, well, we'll see what happens on this. Is there a motion regarding one of those two choices, to review or not to review?
This is to review, not to review the chief's decision.
Yes.
I make a motion not to review.
Is that,
Is there a second?
I'll
to that?
second that.
I second, okay. I third it.
So it's been moved and seconded that the commission not review the decision of the chief. Any discussion on that motion? Any questions about the motion?
Can I make
On the
one
motion.
clarification? I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I make one clarification for my purpose, just for my own information?
Yes.
Could Ms. Rivera cite to me where she's referring to when there's that gives discretion to the commission whether or not to review initially, just so we're on the same page?
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean initially, but I mean, the question for them is whether or not they're going to review it, and then they would, I mean, it just makes sense because otherwise, yeah, so statutorily, it would be what, 3.517, is it 36.8, 3.55, not 17, 19, I think.
Yeah, 36.8, 3.5, 19, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, and so they have the authority to review or not review the discipline, and then there's various ways that they can review it if they want to review it.
And that is that was not my understanding of the statute. I'm just reviewing this one sentence. This I can go over the statutory language specifically, but under 36.8 3.519, the language requires the officer to request review within 48 hours. And then at the commission's discretion, the commission then decides whether to hold a hearing or not. It's my understanding they at least have to do a four corners paper review without granting the officer a hearing. Unless you can point to language to the contrary of my understanding, I don't see where they have the choice to review. I think they have the choice on how to review.
I mean, I can read the language out loud. It says, if a chief reprimands a member in writing or suspends a member, the chief shall, within 48 hours, notify the commission in writing of the action and the reasons for the action. A member who is reprimanded in writing or suspended under this section may, within 48 hours after receiving notice of the reprimand or suspension, request in writing that the commission review the reprimand or suspension and either uphold or reverse the chief's decision. At its discretion, the commission may hold a hearing during this review. If the board holds a hearing, written notice must be given either by service upon the member in person or by a copy left at the member's last and usual place of residence at least 14 days before the date set for the hearing. The notice must contain the information listed under Section 17D of this chapter. If the decision is reversed, the individual who was suspended is entitled to any wages withheld as a result of the suspension. So it's at your discretion. For me, at your discretion means that you can choose to look at this however you see fit. The depth of your, it doesn't speak to whether or not you must or must not review it. It just says at your discretion, you can hold a public hearing or not. So really, it's up to you how you want to deal with this.
Anything further, Mr. Riley?
I
on the
don't think that
procedural
Mr.
aspect.
Vera's interpretation is unreasonable. I just don't think that it does make clear whether or not a review is discretionary. It makes whether or not a hearing being held is discretionary. So perhaps that is the fault of the language in the statute. But my position is that there should be a review where the board would receive materials from the department based on its decision. And then the board, or then the commission rather, would decide whether or not there's a hearing held. But beyond that, I don't have anything further.
Then, having been advised by council, we will go forward with the pending motion, which is either to review or not to review. Any discussion? Everybody understand what the question is?
Yes.
On the decision, on the motion then to determine whether to review or not to review the miracle matter, roll call vote.
Just to be clear, the motion was to not review. So a yes vote would be not reviewing, a no vote would be reviewing. Because Jean made it the motion not to review. Okay? Jean Mays.
Yes.
What was that?
The motion, I'm sorry, Cliff, I'm clarifying. The motion made was to not review. Okay?
And so a yes would support that motion.
A yes would mean not reviewing it. Okay? Thank you. And that was Jean voted yes. Clifton Hildreth,
Yes.
Brad Billings.
Yes.
Thomas Barber,
Yes.
Jim Rickoff.
Yes. The motion carries 5-0. We will not review the miracle matter further.
I don't have anything else on the agenda. Are there any other questions for me?
Hold on one second, Chief. Mr. Riley, anything further from you? I don't want to tie you up.
I just want to apologize for the bumpy start to today. It's not how I like to operate. And from now on, I'll make sure that we're on the same page.
Great. Thank you very much. We're pleased to have you joining us.
Thank you very much. I'll see you soon.
Now, Chief, anything further?
No, sir.
Chief,
Any
I'd
other
like to
questions?
say something,
Yes, ma'am.
if I might. I'd really like for you to pass a message on to the guys, because this is a turbulent time. And for police officers, it seems to be very, very dangerous, even more dangerous than it's been before. And from my own personal opinion, I just want to let them know that I appreciate their service. I appreciate the dangerous service that they have to perform. I want them to be safe and to go home to their families. The main goal is to treat everybody fairly, but in the end game, to get home to your family safe and sound. And in this time with this turbulence, to remain steadfast in what they're trained to do. Act wisely. We will support you when you are right. We will discipline you when you are wrong. But we want you to know that we value you and we understand what you're going through at this time. So to be safe and be watchful.
I would be glad to pass it along. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments for the chief? Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Does any member of the public wish to address the commission today?
Have a good day, Chief.
Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
I make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
On the motion to adjourn, all in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed? Motion carries 5-0. We are adjourned.